Marcus is 31. He's a graphic designer in Portland. He makes $72,000 a year, he's good at his job, and he has $400 in savings. Not $400 left over this month. $400. Total. Ever. He called me last spring, genuinely confused. He said, and I'm quoting him, "I don't go on vacation. I don't buy stupid stuff. Where is it all going?" That question. I've heard it so many times it started to sound like a riddle, but it isn't a riddle. It has a very specific, very boring, very fixable answer, and it starts with a philosophy Marcus doesn't know he has. Here's the thing, everyone has an investment philosophy, even people who have never bought a single stock, even people who think investing is something rich people do with leftover money. Your philosophy is just the set of invisible rules you follow about where value flows, toward you or away from you. Marcus's philosophy, without him ever choosing it, is work hard, spend what you earn, save what's left. That philosophy has a 0% success rate over a 40-year career. Not close to zero. Zero. And I know this because I lived it for 6 years. I was 26 when I got my first real salary, $64,000 a year in a mid-sized city. I thought I'd made it. I paid my rent, my car, my subscriptions, my groceries, my going out money. Then I saved whatever was left. Some months that was $300. Some months it was negative. I told myself I just needed a raise. I got the raise. The expenses expanded to meet it. I know, you've heard this before. But let me tell you what I hadn't understood yet. Because it isn't what you think. It wasn't that I was spending too much. It was that I had built a life where every single dollar I earned had somewhere to go before I got to touch it. Rent, car payment, Netflix, Spotify, phone bill, gym, groceries. Every one of those payments went to someone who owned something. I owned nothing. I was the demand. They were the capital. Think about that for a second. Every month, without fail, I was transferring wealth to landlords, automakers, and subscription companies. They weren't smarter than me. They just owned things that people like me needed. That's the whole game. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. In 2009, during the worst financial crisis in 80 years, a woman named Ann Scheiber's story got retold a lot. Ann was an IRS auditor. She retired in 1944 with $5,000. She never earned a high salary, never got an inheritance, never worked on Wall Street. She just bought stock in companies she understood, consumer brands, pharmaceutical firms, and held them. She reinvested every dividend. She never sold during crashes. She treated her shares like a landlord treats a building, something that generates rent whether you're watching or not. When she died in 1995, her portfolio was worth $22 million, starting from $5,000. In 51 years. Now, I'm not telling you that to make you feel behind. I'm telling you because of what Ann understood that Marcus doesn't. She wasn't trying to pick winners. She was trying to switch sides. She stopped being the person who paid. She became the person who got paid. That's the whole philosophy. That's the reframe. Right now, you're probably thinking, okay, but I don't have money to invest. And I want to push back on that. Hard. Marcus, the designer in Portland, he spends $340 a month eating out. Not judging him. I spent similar, but $340 a month is $4,080 a year. At an average market return of about 10% annually over the last 30 years, which is what the S&P 500 has historically delivered, $340 a month invested from age 31 to age 65 compounds to roughly $1.1 million. Not because $340 is a lot, because time is the actual asset. And Marcus is spending it instead of owning it. That's the part nobody tells you. Here's the concrete thing I want you to walk away with. Not a vague idea, a specific move. Before you pay a single bill this month, before rent, before utilities, before anything, move money into an ownership stake. I don't care if it's $50 or $500. The dollar amount matters less than the sequence. You go first. Not your landlord, not your car lender, you. This is called paying yourself first, and it sounds like a bumper sticker until you actually do it for 24 months. And look at what's accumulated. When I finally started doing this at 32, late, I know, I set an automatic transfer of $200 every payday into a brokerage account. I bought index funds. Boring, broad, no stock picking required. In 18 months, I had $5,400 in that account. That doesn't sound like much. But for the first time in my adult life, I had capital. I owned a tiny slice of hundreds of companies. They were working while I slept. That felt completely different from a savings account. Savings accounts store your past labor. Equity stores your future income. Wild, right? Same dollars. Completely different identity. Now, what most people don't realize is that the philosophy shift comes before the money shift. You can't out-earn a renter's mindset. I've seen people making $180,000 a year with nothing to show for it, and I've seen people making $48,000 a year quietly building something real. The difference isn't income, it's the question they ask themselves every month. The renter asks, "What's left over after I pay everything?" The owner asks, "What do I buy before I pay anything?" One question keeps you on the demand side forever. The other starts moving you toward the supply side. And once you're on the supply side, even a little bit, something changes in how you see every dollar. Let me be honest with you. I resisted this for years. It felt irresponsible to invest money before covering my expenses. It felt like I was playing a game for people who already had money. That feeling is exactly the primate wiring that keeps 68% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck while sitting 30 years from retirement with less than $75,000 saved. The feeling is wrong, the math is right. So here's who this is for. If you earn a paycheck, any paycheck, and you feel like you're running hard but not going anywhere, this is for you. If you've told yourself you'll start investing when things calm down or when you have more breathing room, this is especially for you, because that moment doesn't come. You have to create it by going first. The most dangerous investment philosophy isn't being too aggressive or too conservative. It's being passive, letting the default sequence of your financial life decide who gets paid before you do. Marcus is going to be okay. We talked through this. He's setting up a $150 automatic transfer this week before he does anything else with his paycheck. That's it. That's the whole first move. Tonight, open your banking app. Set up one automatic transfer, even $50 to a brokerage account, time to hit the morning after your next payday. Before rent. Before everything. That transfer is a vote. It says you're switching sides. And the first vote is always the hardest one to cast.